So in the 1980s, in pediatric orthopedics, there was a paradigm shift with the introduction and embracing of quantitative gait analysis. Now, the study of gait locomotion in a qualitative sense previously was the domain of artists and photographers. And in a quantitative sense, it was the domain of engineers. And I'd like to take a little historical detour and tell you about some of the key players in both of these areas. Here's a photograph of a man named Edward Muybridge. He was born in England in 1830. He moved to San Francisco and was working as a book dealer. He was on a book-selling tour in Texas when he was in a stagecoach accident, sustaining a closed head injury. While he was recovering from this, he developed an interest in the new field of photography and pretty quickly became one of the preeminent landscape photographers in the U.S. West. His work rivals that of Ansel Adams, though he was working with less sophisticated technology. Muybridge was hired by the governor of California, Leland Stanford, whose passion was racehorses. And he was hired to settle a debate as to whether when a horse was running, were all four of the horse's legs off the ground at one point or not. So he was basically hired to develop a photographic technique to freeze fast motion. And indeed, he did, as you can see from his work here, he was able to show to Stanford that indeed all four of the horse's legs are off the ground at the same time. He went on to publish a book on animal locomotion that is still available, and it's incredible the different types of creatures he studied in the different ways that they moved. It's really beautiful work.